had a wonderful childhood, very active, deep into acrobatics. I did that in public. I could put on displays sometimes.
Where?
Anybody where there was an audience.
Okay, I can relate to that.
And I had a lot of friends. But when I hit the 6th grade, we moved from Asheville to Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And I went into a class where there was a leader who suspected when I came in that I might be a competition for her. And she was as mean to me as she could be, and she tried to turn the whole class around to me. So for a whole year, I was ostracized. But that was the only bad period. The rest of the time,
That was
fine.
the year you were the loser.
I was the loser. Oh, gosh,
Now, she was probably right that you were competition.
Yeah, she was very jealous of me, I'm sure. But she had control.
But you took your skills with you.
They took my skills, but I didn't have a chance to use them because I wasn't invited to join the games. I know now how it feels for somebody who's not quite up to par. I know the feeling that you get in your chest when you're depressed. But it only lasted 1 year because then the next year we went to high school and I did fine. No further.
Nobody has a great high school experience. You're the first person I've talked to.
Oh, really?
who's
Well, I had a
good high school
wonderful time.
experience.
I love learning, I think. I
Well,
loved
learning is
algebra.
fine, It's the other people. It's the other people. Did you always know you were going to head on to college?
Well, my mother went to college. That was not very common. She only had 2 years of college. I wanted the whole shebang, and of course I got it. And, I learned so much. I met a man from New England, and I've always loved New England. He was an excellent dancer, so I fell for him like a ton of bricks. I went kind of coasted along and realized that I had made a mistake in my marriage. Baird came along, and the husband was not very good to Baird. You don't know how lucky you are, Christopher. You had an exceptionally good father, and I think Baird had an exceptionally poor father. It had a profound effect on him that he didn't have a good father. So after a few years, I divorced him. And one day, when I got to be about 40, I thought, I'm drifting. I want to go back and get a graduate degree. So I got the degree and got a job teaching at the University of North Carolina. English composition. Let's see, was I married to Ralph then? There are several Ralphs in my background. One day, a man called Ralph, who was in Indiana, and he said, Ralph is the woman in Raleigh, North Carolina that you ought to go down and meet. And Ralph thought, well, okay, maybe so. But then he later decided, I'll go. And he came, and it was almost love at first sight. I loved the way he looked. He liked me. And so we got married. See, that marriage lasted until he died. And it was wonderful the whole way through. When I'm lonely at night, I read his letters, and they are wonderful. So that brings me to the present, just about.